The date is the 22nd of October 2025, when the world got its first taste of Dispatch. Developed by Ad Hoc Studio, Dispatch is an episodic adventure game with 8 episodes released throughout October and November of 2025. Safe to say it was a bit of a success with over 1 million copies sold in the first 10 days of release. And with that success, I decided to go for Dispatch's Platinum Trophy, with having a total of 36 trophies throughout the game, 16 bronze, 16 silver, 3 gold, and of course the one beautiful platinum. PSN profiles had the difficulty of this game around a 2 out of 10, needing roughly 3 playthroughs to finish the game, taking around 21 hours for the platinum. Enough talk though, let's just get into the game. Opening up with Robert, voiced by the great Aaron Paul, the face behind Jesse from Breaking Bad, talking to a goon as he hunts down the big bad of the game, Shroud. Voiced by Critical Role great Matthew Mercer, who is one of the faces of Critical Role and also one of the very many Critical Role members in this game. And no, not Shroud the streamer, settle down. Back to it though, I get my first taste of what this game's really gonna be like.
Oh my god, his cock would have been right there.
Cool dick. So, you got some kind of clever supervillain name?
But still somehow only a small taste of what's yet to come. For now though, I do just get my first experience of the combat in the game, which is just quick time events, but it flows and looks really nice, so I'm not overly going to complain. Finding myself in an ambush, which I do escape, mostly.
Yeah!
Status.
Hull status. Stable. Foreign device detected.
Black screened right into episode 1's title card.
Hey, we love a good title card though. Love a good title card. Dispatch.
Once awaking from his coma, Robert does a quick press conference to basically announce his, in a way, retirement due to his suit being absolutely obliterated, and also answer some interesting questions from the press.
Right, you're unimportant. Which leads me to my next question. Most heroes
Oh my
avenge
God.
their family. You did the opposite. You killed their legacy. How disappointed would your dad be if he were here right now? Your father, your grandfather, they must be rolling over in their graves.
What?
Shortly after that, though, I do get to meet one of the bigger characters in the game with Blonde Blazer, voiced by Aaron Yvonne, who invites Robert to the bar for some propositions. Of course, though, at said bar, we run into a moron. So Robert does what he does best. Absolutely nothing in a way, but still somehow comes out the cool guy. Doesn't make sense, but it's a good scene.
Wait, oh shit, I do remember you. You're that shitty villain I busted up.
Not anymore, Mecha Dick. As I literally just said, I am Flambe, a real superhero. And you are not Mecha Man anymore. So, you need to get the fuck out of here. Now, we can do this the easy way. Fuck.
There, easy way. You're gonna hit me now, right?
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Oh, that would hurt.
Holy shit! What song is that?
Your mouth. It's whistling. Come on, we should get you to a hospital.
No, Coop! Fucking guy needs a dentist. I've got it on ice. Should be able to reattach it.
Teeth don't work that way. You're thinking of fingers and dicks.
Because of that, though, I do get kicked out of the bar. So I end up going for a fly around with Blonde Blazer. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want to go fly around with Blonde Blazer? It's goddamn Blonde Blazer. But she does come clean with what she is actually offering us with her proposition. Basically, Robert got nominated by one of his dad's old teammates to become a dispatcher. pretty much being a call person, but instead of sending police or ambulance to them, I send heroes, or villains who want to become heroes. To break it down, every call will have points towards one of 5 attributes that will need to be similar to the attributes of either hero or heroes that I send to answer the call. The 5 attributes are combat, vigor, mobility, charisma, and intellect. Once a hero is sent, it will cover a percentage of a requirement that will randomly select win or lose as shown here.
The more likely I am to succeed.
Some calls will also have extra options that may pop up. For example, some calls might have a question that regards to one of the attributes that you need to pick your best attribute to answer that. Say that you have to chase something down and the question is, what would you do? Chase them on foot or try and cut them off? Cutting them off being intellect, chasing them down being speed, or what this game calls mobility. You want to select the stat that's the highest for the hero you've got and hope that it's more than what the stat is for the call. There is also a chance to select the perfect hero, which basically negates all stats, and the answer that this hero has will make you guaranteed complete the call.
Bust through, make an exit. What? Wall
I complete this tutorial section doing well enough to get me my first trophy for getting hired by SDN, the company for dispatches.
I can't lie. Oh! Did I draw on you? Trophy number 1!
But most importantly, gets me the bestest boy beef. If you insult beef, I will find you, and I will kill you. With that though, it's the end of episode 1. Episode 2 is Robert's first day at SCN, where the other main character, Invisigirl, voiced by Critical Role's Laura Bailey, the second love interest with blonde Blazer being the other one. Blazer then shows Robert around STN until he ends up needing to go to the bathroom, where he runs into Royd, voiced by, I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I know I'll get it wrong, but I'll leave the name on the screen here, who is the person that's going to help rebuild the Mecha Man suit, which was a part of the deal that Robert made for joining STN. Royd also likes fist bumps, like a lot. Catching up with Robert's dad's old teammate, Trackstar, the guy who recommended us for this job, he explains what happened to him in all the years since we last saw him, and how his continued use of his powers has caused him to age rapidly every time he did use them, being to the point that if he uses it one more time, it could pretty much kill him. Finishing catching up though, he then introduces me to the Z-Team, who is my team throughout the game, and their superpowers. The team is made up of Sonar, Flambe, Invisigal, Coop, Punch-Up, Malevia, Golem, and Prism. All ex-villains turn to rookie superheroes. Introductions done though, it is now time for the first round of dispatches. Same style as the tutorial, every successful call though this time gives whoever went on it some XP. This XP goes to me being able to upgrade one of the selected attributes of the person who went, upgrading their overall skill. I also do a hack, which is connected to a trophy for doing every hack during one playthrough, which is probably the hardest trophy in the game, but we'll get to that later. During one of these hacks, I smashed through it with still a third of the time left, giving me my second trophy of the game. Burning Chrome, trophy number 2. Complete a hack level at least a third of the time. At the end of this shift, I get a scripted call though from Granny's Donuts, where Invisigal goes off to solve whatever's happening. She does this due to the fact that she's been banned and wants to get unbanned. It doesn't exactly go to plan, as I need to make a decision to either have Invisigal disarm Granny or the intruder, as both of them have these huge electro cannons pointed at each other. Of course, Invisigal chooses not to listen to my advice and makes her own decision. It, of course, doesn't go well. Granny does thankfully survive, but the criminal does get away. Obviously, Robert has to go talk to Invisigal about disobeying his orders, which, of course, goes so well.
Feel bad. Good. Fuck you.
Fucking hell. On a positive note though, we did get a trophy for her disobeying the orders, so that was good. disobeyed by
What happened?
In a nice moment though, kinda, Robert heads back to his desk to find a smashed donut which was left there by Invisigirl, since she picked one up from us when she asked us what our favourite was at the shop before all things went to hell. The day is finished though, and as Robert leaves, chatting with Blazer, we find out she's dating Phenomenon, voiced by Travis Willingham, also from Critical Role. This will be important later on in the game. With that though, it was the end of episode 2, and I got a trophy for picking the least popular donut item out of the 3 options at the time, which obviously was the glazed basic one.
Semi-horny people. Chose the least popular donut.
Episode 3, just moving the story along, working on the new suit, and another title card.
Title card, let's go.
Blazer does tell us though that it's time to cut one of the members of the Z team. She gives me till the end of shift to see who is the least performing member of the team. It's of course scripted, but that's not important. The team also knows this, and it's safe to say they don't take it that well.
Damn, seeing all my followers swarm together like this, it's intimidating.
That's right, for this whole portion of this shift, they will be constantly sabotaging each other, which in the game's game, it kind of makes it good because it just adds that different flair to it and doesn't make it too repetitive. The final straw of the sabotaging though was when Invisigirl stopped Malevola from capturing the same criminal that robbed Granny's donuts. He of course got away again, and Invisigirl almost got a really fine haircut. Robert calls an emergency staff meeting and pretty much calls everyone a phoenix. It was still a pretty good speech though, because next shift it pretty much goes perfectly for everyone. This does kind of sink in for Invisigirl though, as she is still at the bottom of the list, and she realized that since everyone did so well, she couldn't really climb the list. Luckily for her though, one more job comes in, and it turns out it's her old friend again from Granny's Donuts, this time robbing a jewelry store. Thanks to some help from Robert, she actually does succeed in capturing him this time, and since he evaded so many other times, this bumps her up enough to avoid the risk of getting cut. This leaves the option between Coop and Sonar, both of options having a trophy attached to it, but for my first playthrough, I picked Coop. So Sonar stays for another day. Coop takes it as well as you would probably guess she would.
Spare your salt, no.
She snuck past you with the last dispatch. That's, wow, look at that. That's very menacing. Well, thank you.
But from it all, Robert gets to keep one of her knives that she left behind, and when he puts it at her desk, a trophy pops.
Collected a knife.
Accessorizing.
Episode 4 time, and it starts crazy. I'll cut it here for YouTube's sake, but yeah, what a start. It was a dream though, I will say that. Moving swiftly on though to this episode's title card.
Damn, I am fucked up.
Nothing overly happens before the first shift. Mainly just Blazer is now single and asks for outfit advice. And as you soon see, Phenomenon isn't taking the breakup overly well. Blazer also mentions that we will be picking a new member between Phenomenon or Waterboy, but I'll talk about that later. Later being now, because after that first shift finishes up, Blazer hits me with the question. And again, both options do have trophies related to it, but for my first playthrough, I pick Waterboy. Second shift goes pretty good, but what's important is getting my next trophy for discovering every hero's starting power.
It's their pants when they see me coming. Oh, that looks bad.
Discover every hero's starting power.
From there though, I go talk to a Waterboy to try and help his confidence and give him a helping hand with this hero gig, and I get the trophy for picking him.
Hell yeah.
The game then gives me one of the hardest choices in the game, not only for the sense of it has 4 trophies related to it, but it also kind of defines me as a man. And I am kind of sad to say that I picked the one that was really the Gooner option. I am, of course, talking about Invisigirl or Blazer.
Now. Now. I have a feeling that if we pick Blonde Blazer, it's going to blow up in our face in some way, shape, or form, whether it's turns out she's evil, or the company's a scam or something like that. Or, but Invisigirl is a villain, so she could be a spy from episode 1's What's-His-Face? Shroud. But Blue Blazer could be a Shroud, because she found us. I'm gonna pick Invisigirl.
Blazer has a date option for dinner, and Invisigirl is at the movies, which we can join. I picked Invisigirl, so my fate was set from there. Episode 6 opens up with a past fight with Robert when he was still Mecha Man. More on that later. During this episode's first shift, I get a trophy for expanding my 4th hero's powers, which basically just means training them up to get their powers.
Your hair's on fire.
Sounds like a real bop.
Power trip. Expand
Never
different
say
powers
bop
for different
again.
heroes. Hell yeah, another trophy.
During this shift and episode, the team are really pushing to try and find out who Robert's secret identity is, as the SDN team doesn't actually know that I'm Mecha Man, besides Blazer and Invisigirl, because she obviously is invisible and listens to everything. It does get interrupted though by a power outage. During all the mayhem of the power outage, my luck really comes into show as I fail a 70% chance success rate on one of the calls, which it is a trophy thankfully, but my god, 70% man. Really?
Oh, okay, there's a better chance than you think. Don't you be a dick, you idiots.
Rough night.
Thanks to all the calls during the power outage though, I officially get enough that I hit the top dispatch rank, getting me another trophy.
Straight at joke.
Trying to impress me. It's working.
Ace, your performance review.
Since the shift was so successful, the team decides to invite Robert to drinks, where, well, let's just say the drinks don't go to plan, as somehow it never does in this game. Everything just never goes to plan. We also get that extra info that the fight we saw at the beginning of the episode was when Robert took down Flambe, which has been hinted throughout the game. And basically, it's what Flambe's issue with Mecha Man was, which obviously currently he doesn't know we are. The team meet up at a fast food joint after the brawl at the bar, where we get the choice to either tell the team the truth about us being Mecha Man, or lie and continue calling ourselves Robert. Both of which having their own trophies, of course. I decided to go with telling the team I'm Mecha Man, which obviously Flambe doesn't take that well. The team does have my back now though with this newfound trust, and Flambe leaves off in a rage, aka tantrum, and I get a trophy for telling the truth.
Tell the truth. So, okay, so there's another trophy.
Episode 6 opens up with the team watching a test run of the suit with Royd and Robert. You'll never guess, but it of course doesn't go to plan, and Robert and Royd both find themselves in the infirmary. Robert more so than Royd, and Royd takes it very, very hard with the failure. He basically admits defeat that he can't recreate the power core that powers the suit, which turns out Shroud was the one to create with our dad back in the day. Our dad built the suit, Shroud built the core. This was alluded to throughout the entire game, but I'm only mentioning it now. No rest for the wicked though, as I'm already back at my desk dispatching my team. During this shift, I get my next trophy for covering all 100% of the grid for a call. Basically just sending like 2 to 3 heroes and just overstacking the grid so I can't physically fail.
We have 100% on this.
I'll say it. I really feel like I
Overkill.
don't
Converge the
get enough
entire
credit around
graph in
here.
a single call.
And getting a trophy for getting the synergy between 2 heroes to max, which basically means 2 heroes will have a boost of friendship or romantic reasons, and they will get synergy bonuses. Usually just means that it'll boost the percentage up a little bit. And when I maxed these 2 out, it gave me a trophy.
Didn't, thank God.
I'm pretty fucking beat.
Max energy level reach.
I've got the boost.
Ooh.
Folks down for a
Max. That's
I
another
got
trophy. Work spouse
I'm good.
reach max
I'll fly
synergy
over in a
with
bit.
I would
hero
like to ride.
duo.
Heading home though after a long shift, I have a great chat with Beef, the best of the boys, until I was weirdly interrupted by the Z-Team and Royd as they all came to my house to discuss plans to find the old core, which turns out was not destroyed when Shroud blew it up when I was inside the suit, and has been passed around by multiple crime gangs as none of them know what to do with the power. Of course, with the whole team here though, drinks are introduced and some dancing. I can't play the tunes, but there was poppin'. But eventually, the tensions do get high between the heroes and the villains, and, well yeah, they get really high.
She said no. You understand that word, or has it got too many fucking syllables for you?
Why don't you go walk your ass around a mall, Grandpa? Heroes are talking.
You are no fucking hero.
Whoa, hey!
She named you Invisigal, you named yourself Invisibitch, and you had it fucking right.
Chase, you're drunk. You need to stop talking.
You want to get people hurt, get people fucking killed, then you need to go back to the team where you belong.
Chase, that's enough.
This is crazy.
She thinks she's like you, but she's not. Robert doesn't need to keep going out there with no powers, putting his life on the line to make up for assholes like you. He doesn't need to be Mecha Man to be a hero. You playing them, you playing yourself. You think you're invisible, but I fucking see you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know you're a liar, criminal. I know you're fucking dangerous. What else do I need to know?
Chase, man.
Now I know you're a coward.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Vizzy, wait!
Robert gets everyone to clear out, and Chase stays to have a chat about what happened when we hear an alarm going off at the computer that Roy rang. Turns out Vizzy had gone off by herself to try and steal the pulse, even though we specifically told her not to, and she found out that she wasn't the only one going after it. After some helpful hacking from us and a trophy here. Oh, I died. Antivirus Club. The straight 3 antivirus is a Shroud catches Vizzy off guard, and as he's toying with her, we get hit with one of the hardest scenes of the game. And I will put a spoiler warning right here. Just so if you want to play this game, I recommend going in without knowing this will happen.
Keep up.
No!
No, Chase! Chase!
Okay, yeah, you're good. Okay.
Please don't. Not only that, we had to wait a full week to find out what happened. You know how long that week was? You know how torturous it was to find out if Chase was okay? The next episode opens up to a flashback of Robert and Chase as kids, where I missed a trophy where I selected the wrong item from the store. I basically just needed to select the least popular, and I didn't, so I'll have to come back and chapter select to do this. But we learn Chase is alive, but in critical condition. The team is also taking it quite hard, and after shift and 2 new trophies, one for maxing out a team member, from 0 to hero, max out a hero, I'm assuming, and 2 for just having a perfect shift, more to reach for. They decide that they want Vizzy out, not just like suspension, they mean cut, like we did to Coop. I chose to agree with them, and after a kind of nice speech where I'll say I'll tell Blazer this.
No one here wants to say it's also her. But that's
Oh
what it is.
my god. Oh my god.
Caught one of us
we're
already
not-
for far
no,
less.
We're not. We're doing our job.
Look.
Of course, Vizzy was also in the room and storms out, which we of course follow. Catching up with her, packing up her stuff, we get hit with a bombshell as we find out that Vizzy was in line with Shroud and was there the night that we lost our original mech suit, as she was the one that secretly planted the bomb that blew us up. And on a side note, I just want to say the score for this game is phenomenal. This music is so good for this part.
Yours anyway.
feel like there's more of a twist than this is letting on. I decided to forgive Vizzy on the spot because I was kind of romancing her at this point. We're done. How about that? And it's kind of better for us. I don't think.
You gonna say something?
Well, I forgive you. So.
But we end up at the bar, where it turns out that Shroud was also there with most of his army. He was there to kidnap us and try and find out if we had the pulse. As it turns out, on the ship, Vizzy indeed did steal the pulse and lied about having it in the first place. But turns out she tricked both Shroud and us. Thankfully, Blaze is here to save the day and hits us with one of the coldest lines ever. Even Shroud was showing respect with it.
I can see I'm outnumbered. That eventually I would fall. But by my read, I'm taking a lot of you with me. So all of you can leave now. Or half of you can die here.
No, that's a fucking superhero. Chills. Top notch.
She gets us out, and we go to discuss our future plans when Shroud starts his distraction and attacks the city, starting the endgame. The city is literally on fire, and only some members of the team were able to come in on the quick notice. So to start off this next shift, it was rough. Thankfully, this was the perfect opportunity to get the trophy for perfectly filling out the requirements of a call with only one hero dispatch. Was that on the trophy? Yeah, nailed it. From a perfect dispatch. And over the shift, I get all my members of the team. Even one extra one, as Phenomenon joins, as he's just at SDN, and we add him to the squad. After a while, Coop then attacks, and basically takes down part of the city until we take down her health. Basically, it's a race to either defeat Coop or lose Los Angeles. While cutting her health down, I get this really cool moment that was very, very well done. There's no fucking way, man.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
I've got you.
Wait a second. Blazer.
Well,
Slumming it with the Phoenix program.
Passes.
Oh, damn! Blazer's here!
It's funny.
I also get a trophy while knocking down her health when I heal the same hero in the same shift multiple times. Phoenix down. Killed 2 heroes in the same shift. Cutting it down to the wire though, I do just defeat Coop before losing Los Angeles, getting a trophy in turn for saving LA.
More calls and we're...
Affected Los Angeles. It turns out though, this wasn't Shroud's plan as he attacks SDN, taking out the power and basically neglecting any way for any outside heroes to know that we're in danger. On top of that, Royd catches Vizzy sneaking around SDN with the power core and just being kind of sus. He ties her up and leaves to go try to turn the power on, and basically leaves me with the decision to either release her so she can help or leave her tied down. I of course decide to release her as I did forgive her.
Help, just let me help. Please.
I'm too
God
trusting of
damn
the
it.
person.
Alright.
Which led to this funny-ish but gross moment. Robert does eventually get the Mecha Man suit and comes out to help Royd as the rest of Shroud's goons, including Toxic from the beginning, shows up to take us down, including Shroud himself in his own big-ass, sick-ass mech suit. Not overly winning the fight, the Z-Team does eventually arrive, which does make it a closer battle. We do end up taking Shroud down with the help of Chase with Blaze's charm, as it turns out her powers come from an object and not just herself. But just as we thought it was over, Shroud pulls a wild card on us.
Trackstar. Oh, that is a surprise.
Please,
Damn.
Elliot, put him down.
Elliot.
This fat fuck. Like this.
Thankfully though, we do save beef by giving Shroud both the actual pulse and the fake one that Roy had, because we had that still in the mech suit, and he just put the wrong one in, kind of crippling his entire plan. He does still get a shot off though, but thanks to Vizzy, we do survive and attack Shroud. I do decide to spare him though, as I think it was important as for Robert's character, and it also gave me a trophy, but there is obviously another trophy for killing him. This leads to a few more trophies, like succeeding as a mentor. Sorry, kid. Succeed as a mentor. Kissing on a stretcher.
Let's do it.
Take care of her.
Kissed
Let
on
me
a
know if it's
stretcher.
serious.
And the trophy for, of course, sparing Shroud, which just took a while to pop.
Oh shit, can I not cuss?
It's fine. We can bleep it out.
Well, and shit, that's the only...
With that though, I finished my first playthrough, ending with 22 trophies out of 36. It was now cleanup time, so that meant going back through chapter select to make sure I select the options I didn't pick, getting all them trophies. I started with the most recent ones and worked my way down so I didn't have to play too long of the game, so that of course meant picking Vengeance, aka killing Shroud.
Oh shit, can I not cuss?
It's fine. We can bleep it out.
Well, and shit, that's the only...
Picking the least popular item from the shop. When Chase gave us the option. Hiding my true identity from the Z-Team. And picking Phenomenal Man instead of Waterboy to join the team. I then went back to cut Sonar instead of Coop.
You accessorizing?
You could call.
And with that, all I had to do now was the full playthrough options to basically get all the Blazers trophies and any other miscellaneous, like getting all the hacks done in the game in one playthrough, and also trying to get a call successful with less than 15% chance, among others as well. The first of those dispatch trophies I get was for completing a shift without missing or failing a call. Then for getting a stat to level 10 with any of my attributes on any of my heroes. And by this point in the game, I had been pretty far through and obviously was doing Blaze's playthrough for her trophies. So I also went for some easy ones, like completing a hack with 5 seconds left. Time's running out, woo! Which now only left me with the ending trophies, which was failing as a mentor, aka Vizzy turning to the dark side. Love the didn't see that coming. And kissing on a car. Woo. This just led me to my third and final playthrough, which you don't technically have to do. I just mucked up the hack trophy, which basically means I have to do every hack in the game in one playthrough, which there are some missable hacks out there, I found out after obviously finishing the second playthrough and not getting the trophy. And I also did have to keep the romance out of the workplace. I will mention that for the hack trophy, I would recommend a guide like I did, as again, there are missable ones. But how you'll know you'll get the trophy is the last hack will be when you either fighting Coop or Sonar, and once you finish a hack that you have to wait till they're far into that fight, it'll pop directly after that hack's done, like it did for me. Yes, hacked by Robert, thank God. I successfully complete playthrough 3 though, successfully getting the last trophy I needed for just being friends with everyone.
Yes.
So does this mean the team's off Monday?
Yeah.
And this left me with just one more trophy. The trophy for getting a successful call with less than 15% chance. To do this, I just went into chapter select and picked episode 4, scene 8, and just hoped RNG was on my side. And basically after 30 minutes of reloading that chapter, clicking Waterboy for that first call and hoping it would get, it wasn't on my side. But eventually it was, and I successfully got the call under 15%.
Wow, I mean...
Got that trophy. And then the platinum. So, Dispatch. One of the best games released in 2025 by far. And hopefully with a new season coming just around the corner. The platinum was okay. The repetitiveness of having to do 3 playthroughs at minimum to get all the endings was a bit painful. Although you can cheese it a little bit with chapter select.
And also the RNG trophies were also a bit painful, but again, chapter select does make it easy. You just gotta be a little bit patient. But overall, I did have a great time. And if you had a great time watching this video, please leave a like, comment what other games you want to see in the future. There will be a few end of year wrap-ups that will come in early January, hopefully. And when I hit 50 trophies, you'll get a full breakdown of my trophy list. But till then though, subscribe so you see the videos coming. And till next time, have a good 2026. See ya.